Hi guys, in this session we're going to see the story The Magic Garden. Let's see what are the magical elements which are available in this garden. This magic garden was situated in a school playground. It was so pretty and there are so many different kinds of flowers and plants are there, and the kinds of flowers which are all there are sunflowers and roses. They were all standing against the wall in too high, and there were also marigolds, poppies and also pansies. So all these kinds of flowers are there available inside that garden. And the initial and the important person who's needed for the happiness of all these flowers are sunshine. So without sun rays it is not possible to grow up too high. So when this sunshine begins to blow upon this all these flowers, all these flowers they started to sing and dance happily. So when they were dancing and singing happily, they were talking to each other that we have hundreds of little gardeners. There are so many gardeners who are awaiting to come and join with us to enjoy the beautiful moments with us. And those gardeners are none other than the kids, the children in that school. Of course, this magic garden was actually situated in that school campus only, in that school playground. So the gardeners there are the small children. So all these flowers and plants they were awaiting for these children to come and play there. So this sunny morning the flowers were talking to the birds. So not only these flowers are talking about this gardeners, the small children, but also the small little birds were also talking. They were actually discussing. So they were telling that I love all the children, but I love the dear little ones most of all, said a poppy. So one poppy plant, it was telling that, of course I love all the children, but the most loving person is the little one. There was a small little kid was there among all those children. So this poppy plant was telling that I like that small kid, and I like them to bring their watering cans and water my thirsty roots. So not only the small plant like that small kid, the main and the important thing which they like in that garden is are the small little children. They will be coming with the water in a can. So by taking water, they will be watering all those water to these plants. And it was actually telling that these plants, these flowers, they were feeling too thirsty and their roots are feeling thirsty. So in order to satisfy them with water, all these kids, the small children, they were coming with the cans full of water. And this flower marigold, it is also telling yes, it is also accompanying with the other plant, that is poppy. And the boys are good to us too. So again they were discussing about the small children, that the boys are too good to us, they dig the ground so well. So they were again and again discussing about the good things, the good deeds which was done by the small children. And when these flowers and plants they were talking about these children, immediately a small bird, a tiny bird was telling that we love the little children. They are kind and they bring bread for us. And not only watering the plants, but the small children they were also so kind towards these birds also, because in order to feed them they are bringing bread. So the small little tiny bird was also feeling so happy about these children because they are feeding with the bread to that bird. And immediately all the flowers said, we must work hard to make our dresses very pretty, for the children will be here soon. And these flowers are telling that we must get ready because the children will be coming now. They want to shine happily so that the children will also be happy. So they are getting ready to make the children happy and also to enjoy their time with those kids, with those children. And immediately the sun is telling, I will help you also, for nothing pleases me better than to see the children running about in the golden sunshine. So not only these birds and these flowers, but the sun also telling that I will also help you, no problem. Me too like the children running here and there inside the garden. So suddenly the children came out laughing and singing from the school. So they were coming towards the garden in order to water as well as to enjoy their time. So they were coming so happily with singing and laughing. And immediately the flowers stopped their songs to listen to them. So until then they were talking. Once the children are getting ready to play there in that garden, when they were coming with laughing and singing, immediately these flowers they stopped talking. Then one child was telling that, oh, look at the tall sunflower. And the sunflower lifted its head very proudly. So the first child was looking at the sunflower and getting that happiness. Like, see the sunflower, it looks so beautiful. So immediately the sunflower lifted its head and it feels proud about that. And another child was telling that, I love the marigold in its golden dress. And immediately the marigold smiled happily, because when one by one these kids, these children, they started to praise these flowers one by one, those flowers, they are feeling so happy. Of course, it was also a magic garden because it had fairies too. Fairies, like angels, these fairies are also there inside that magic garden. That's why it has been described as magic garden. So they danced and sang sweet songs which only the children could hear. So the small little children, they were so happy inside that garden. So in that happiness, they were feeling that even the fairies also there to dance and sing for them. And after a time, the fairies came out dancing and talked with the children. Their dresses were made of flowers and their wings are made up of sunshine. So these kids, they were all playing and enjoying with that fairies also. So maybe just because they were having this fairies also with that flowers and sun, they are mentioning about this garden as magic. That's why they are telling this garden as a magic garden. And the magic garden was very quiet at that night. So after playing, of course, all these children will be getting back to their home from their school. So the night, the magic garden was so quiet because the children won't be there. And the flowers and birds were asleep. Everybody, they were sleeping and dreaming about the next day when will the children will be coming again. So they were all expecting for the small kids, for the small children to come back again to their garden, because the small children, they were watering the plants. They are not at all hurting this birds and also this flowers. Instead, they are watering the flowers, also they are feeding all the birds. So they were all feeling happy to have all those children. So we should also be kind towards all the birds, animals, as well as all the small plants. We should also water and give life to those animals, birds, as well as to the plants. I hope you could have enjoyed the story. Stay connected with CBSE Glimpse for more videos. Thank you.